What's going on, you guys? It's the Thrift Store Rundown's Fork On The Roadshow, tasting the tri-state on a budget. Today, we're in New York City's historic Bleecker Street for some dining and whining made simple and snazzy. You'll see what I mean coming up next. Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Small joint, small menu, hopefully big flavor. I mean, this place was recommended by another New York chef whose cuisine couldn't contrast even more if he tried to contrast it even more. Anyway, what I got here is a couple of simple slices. Their renowned regular cheese slice and their white slice. No sauce, with a few different kinds of cheeses. And that combined was $7. The white pizza was $4, the cheese pizza was $3. Anyway, we're gonna tuck into those as soon as we tuck into this. Food and Wine's restaurant issue. It was from October 2021 and picked up from 2nd Avenue Thrift Superstore up in Union, New Jersey for 50% off of $1.99. We're meeting 10 of America's best new chefs, and we're also trying out some of their restaurant recommendations. Not their own, but the ones that they frequented time and time again in their areas. We'll also take a look at 9 food cities to visit now, and the new rules of dining out, and hopefully we can get this done fairly expeditiously because pizza waits for nobody. I better be careful, I don't want to smush the top of this white slice right here. So let's get started with some obsessions. The best bites of 2021. From a TikTok-inspired wrap to butter terrine, these dishes, led by Kasubu Shah, stood out this year. All across the country, spanning a few different cuisines and even a couple of fusions, although you probably shouldn't call it those. This is crispy provolone from Osby in Los Angeles. Fried provolone cheese with a mouth-watering vodka sauce. Here we have a butter terrine from Lutey's in Austin, Texas. You spread that around and see if you're not sweating any magic. From Gachian in Washington, D.C., this is Moon Rabbit, aka Deep Fried Rabbit. Fiesta Spaghetti from Poke Boy, Indonesia's capital, again, with a bolognese made out of hot dogs and melty Gouda cheese on top. And Gimbap Supreme from Toque in Portland, Oregon. We also have a pamphlet fry from Damaca here in New York City, and shrimp and prosciutto tortellini from Kimika, also in New York City. It's not really a fusion, but as he says, a masterful partnership between the Italian dish of tortellini and brodo and a Japanese New Year's soup made with mochi called ozoni. Along the way, you're also getting top trends on the bottom of every page in this particular section, from fully vegan Asian concepts all the way to other out-of-the-box food trends. And finally, this olive oil chiffon cake from Bayou St. Cake in New Orleans. Yet, I think you're required by ordinance to take at least 1,000 photos of this before you dig in. Airy layers of olive oil chiffon cake, swoops of fig leaf cream, and rolls in geranium preserves. Up next, the new rules of dining out. How to become a 5-star restaurant guest in the new era of hospitality. Hunter Lewis had to witness these 10 rules firsthand, so you are aware of them before you go ahead and dine out. This is the 2021 Food and Wine Reader Survey when it comes to the frequency of dining out, readers' pet peeves, behavior, and restaurant workers' pet peeves. So these stats are something to keep out for as well. And finally, the 10 rules for dining out. Our apologies, but the customer is not always right. Tip big, be clear about food allergies. Use your phone for memories, not calls. People of America, respect the reservation. If you book a reservation, you honor it and you show up. Patience reigns supreme. Patience, patience, patience. Smaller menus are the order of the day, as you can plainly see. Don't weaponize your online review. Never ahead of time threaten any server with a bad review if you don't get good service. Prove your status and be kind. Kindness is scrumptious. Now as for the perfect pizza pairings, you can push your pizza boundaries and match wines to toppings. These are way aisle suggestions. There are a few of them. If you have a white pizza like I have here, you'll want to pair that up with a sparkling rosé. And for every pairing, he breaks it down into 4 suggestions here. Some of them between the 10 to 20 buck range, and others you might want to splurge on. If you have a pepperoni slice, you want to pair it with bold, spicy reds. If you're going for a classic cheese, like I have here, probably should have gotten it with extra cheese, because now this pales in comparison to that. You'll want to pair it up with either Pinot Noir, Chianti, or their friends. So speaking of friends, stay tuned. And if you have a veggie pie, you want to pair that up with crisp, killable reds. Here's my theory. The plainer the pizza you get, the more clearer and crisp the flavor of the wine should be that you're going to pair it with. And finally, we have here Lucas Sin of Nice Day and Juicy Kitchen in New York City. Through a delicious deep dive into research and development and a Wednesday new business model, this best new chef, one of 10 in this section, which is the principal section, wants to change the way you think about American Chinese food. Hey, whether it's perfecting General Tso chicken or coming up with bold new creations, this restaurant is definitely worth checking out here, as is a few of his recommendations in the Big Apple, and this is what did this magazine in. Percy's Pizza, no longer is it $1 slice at NYC. It used to be $2, but now there is no straightforward dollar sign outside in the black circle where there used to be the $1 to $2 sign. There's no bottom line price here, except for 3, 4, and 5, and well, just take a look at that one more time, and that's by the slices. You will want to splurge and bring the whole family here if you think about ordering a whole pie. There are also restaurant recipes here from some chefs across the country. Maybe he called them the runners-up and the best new chefs, giving their signature dishes straight from their menus. But for the sake of time and for the sake of having a long slice in NYC, which is the only way to do it, I'm just gonna admit that. But there you go. Food and Wine's restaurant issue. Whether it's something simple or something complex, it's always delicious. That's that. 4.5 out of 5 points in lieu of claps because I'm holding this with one hand and the camera with the other. Dining and writing the New York way. Made easier thanks to Food and Wine. Oh man, a real slice of New York pizza right there, folks. And again, it waits for nobody. And the white pizza? Never had a white pizza before. Get in frame there. But that too waits for nobody. Before we go, oh, is this a tempting place? Artful posters, custom framing. New York. Movies, music, celebrities, spelled wrong, fine art, and more. And I mean fine art. Now you know this channel's main prerogative, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. I can't say this is right up my alley given the prices on the back, but hey, if you want to splurge, this would be a nice place to splurge. And oh man, you'd be splurging on some fine art right here. I have this particular image at home, but nobody can deny. Friends! 1, 2, 3, and probably the best for lads, knowing that I do have questions on almost all of them, of differing levels, but, oh man. There's a reason why they save the best for last, and this is it. Unfortunately, it's 25 bucks. I do have standards, folks, but, oh, maybe someday. In any event, I thank you so much for watching today's Fork on the Roadshow. Stay tuned, stay hungry, and in this case, stay thirsty, my friends. Could all of them, especially you, the great love of my life, be any more of a thirst trap? Famous. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.